What's good, everybody? Apple, everybody. Happy WrestleMania Day to all you guys out there.
Hi, everybody. I didn't have my microphone. Just wasn't in my hand. What a great way to start.
What's good, y'all? I'm John.
And I'm Kendra.
And welcome to another edition of Pre-Per-View, our WWE-centric live streams. We do them every month, or at least the months that there are.
We do them every PLE.
Every PLE. That's a better way of saying it.
Yes.
Anyway, hey.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for the likes. Happy WrestleMania weekend,
Yeah.
Fizan. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
How exciting.
Yeah. So listen, we are on a time crunch today. Your boy Johnny P, he's booked. He's blessed. I have rehearsal at noon, so we gotta truck this right along.
Truck this along. Is that a phrase?
It is now.
It is now. Okay. So we're just going to go straight into it. Like John said, we're going to talk about the WrestleMania card. We're going to do both nights. Why is this so small? Hold on. We're going to do both nights, and we're going to run it in the order that WWE put it on their website. What the hell was that noise? Did someone just do something? Oh, Taekwon, hello. Good morning. Anyway.
Heat is kicking off WrestleMania is what Fizan says.
What did it say? Oh, okay. Well, that's not the order that WWE put it. They never do it in order. So we're just going to do it in their order. It's not going to be the order of events today. That's fine.
Right.
That's okay. So yeah, I say let's just go right into it. Let's dive in. All right. So the first match that we're going to talk about.
Oh, wait. Before we go, I think just in case Kendra, I think you already said this, but I just want to reiterate it. So as we're going through our predictions, drop your comments, drop your thoughts.
Yes.
You'll probably hear from Taekwon.
If you're on Twitch, you'll hear from Taekwon.
So we'll try and get through each of those your comments and your thoughts as they pop up.
Yeah.
So if we don't get to it right away, hang on. We will get to it.
Yeah, this is a group project.
That's right.
Quite frankly, we're just the people who are doing all the talking. One time, I did a group project in college where I did all of the research, and I was like, "I'll do all the research if you present it in class." And that's what they did, and that's what we're doing today. Except for we did a little bit of research.
Right. The research being we watched every week.
We would just constant, continuous research. Anyway, let's get started with Saturday today, this afternoon. Let's talk about the World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, versus the New Day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my goodness, look at these graphics. The graphics are really cool, I will say. I love the whole theming of like the neon lights and card games and gambling. It's really cool. Okay, we already have a prediction from Taekwon right out of the gate. Taekwon thinks New Day is going to win. I think... Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think New Day is... I'm going with New Day. I've really liked... Okay. I have really liked what the War Raiders have done in their matches. Mm-hmm. They haven't been given... It's weird. Well, Raw is not the tag team brand right now. It's SmackDown. SmackDown's got like the really robust tag team scene over there. So every time the War Raiders are in a match, I mean, they're amazing. So like they put on great matches, but I feel like we've been on this trajectory with the New Day for so long that I think it's about time. I think it's time for a change. I think it's time for them to be the heel tag champs that maybe they've never gotten to be before.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's like, oh my gosh, hold on, my mic was to the side. Why? Anyway, I agree. I think like this is what this whole new villain New Day has been going towards. Although, like you said, the War Raiders are one of those teams where it's like you forget how good they are because they don't get a lot of like opportunity.
Right.
Until you see them in a match and you're like, oh, okay, wait. But yeah, I think this whole villain origin story for the New Day is supposed to be culminating at WrestleMania with them becoming the champions or not. And it's just like, they just go further into it.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's like I feel obligated to say, what if Big E gets involved? But I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either.
At least not in any physical sense.
No, definitely not.
But Taekwon says robust tag team division on SmackDown, as in 4 teams, still more than Raw.
I mean, yeah.
But listen,
We're saying comparatively.
but those 4 tag teams over there, they're kind of crushing it. They're kind of crushing it. At least in my opinion.
Fasan said WWE went all out for the stage. Did you see the stage?
I've seen the ramp. I kind of purposefully stood away from looking at the video, like the reveal, because I wanted to see it as
live.
As WrestleMania
I get
starts.
that. I'm interested. I can't remember a time where they've done a digital ramp before that I've seen like live. The only thing I remember is when recently Kevin Owens was interviewed about seeing like Randy Orton's entrance with a digital ramp like that, and his snake just looked like sperm. So that's the only thing I thought of when I saw that. But it looks really cool. They did go all out.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of in agreement. Feel free to disagree in the comments, but we think the New Day is winning.
Yeah, I think in general we think New Day's taking this one.
And this does not mean that I co-sign this whole heel New Day, because I don't.
The Boo Day.
I think they're having fun with it, but
And I think it'll be even more fun. I like watch that happen.
Jesus
I need to
Christ.
replace those.
I know.
I think they'll have even more fun with it as champions.
Yeah, there's no living with them after this.
Right. Fizan, thank you for the likes. Thank you for your comment there. That's fair. Being surprised is always a good thing. Yeah, I mean, there's so few surprises left in wrestling. So, I just want to enjoy the ones I can get.
The whole theme of every pre-preview we do is you never know. Never say never.
Truly.
And usually we're not correct about stuff. I wonder what our win-loss record is for that.
Your loss record.
Let's keep trucking on, as John would say, because we have so much more to cover, and I think we're all pretty much on the same page with the New Day. So next, let's talk about a very contentious match, a match that I'm personally very excited to see, and that's Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Yes.
We knew that this was coming. I feel like this is one of the storylines that they've actually spent time developing.
Yeah.
So it feels fulfilling to have such a big moment and match at WrestleMania. I think this is going to be a really good match. I think Naomi is going to show up and show out at this match. I think this is like a Jade Cargill vehicle.
Right.
But I think Naomi's going to be the star of this match.
Listen, I think this whole heel turn for Naomi, I think you're absolutely correct. I think no matter what the outcome of the match is, the real winner, regardless, is Naomi.
Yeah. Because
what an interesting take and direction for who Naomi is.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been so easy to just give her some generic ass, I'm a bad guy now because you're all idiots and blah, blah, blah. But no, she's got this new character and this new aesthetic. And it's just every time she's around, I'm like, man, I want to hear and see more of what she has to say.
Yeah.
So I think no matter what, she comes out the winner. Taekwon agrees, good build, but I'm scared of Jade's non-wrestling self. Listen, I do think this is a true sink or swim moment for Jade. I think she's had some okay matches. I know last year's WrestleMania, a lot of the heavy lifting was because she was in a 6-woman tag team.
Yeah.
So,
it's one-on-one.
I get it. But yeah, one-on-one in a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. I do think that she's come a long way.
Agreed. Oh, shit. Holy shit podcast. What's up, guys?
Oh, sorry. Hi, guys. Thank you for the likes. Will the Pill on Twitch. I'm supposed to watch WrestleMania later with my brother. What are some good talking points to bring up for someone that hasn't followed wrestling since the Attitude Era? Sorry, it's still early. It's 9:43 a.m. over here. Sorry, my bad. But also, this is so that one AI commercial where she's like, give me some talking points for Moby Dick. Girl, I don't know.
Well, here's a good thing, Will. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. What's nice is that kind of like how, they did in the Attitude Era, they every segment is going to have a every match is gonna have like a segment, like a promo before it that kind of gives
That's true.
a general
recap.
backstory recap, yeah, of what's been going on. So they won't be too lost. But the big players you got to know, the big things you got to know. It's John Cena's last ever WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. He's teamed up with The Rock, who's a bad guy now.
Yeah,
The Rock may or may not be there this year. Who knows?
A lot of heel turns this year.
A lot of heel turns.
The Rock will probably be there.
You've got the big triple threat. CM Punk is back. You know, I know CM Punk, he wasn't really an Attitude Era guy. He was more of a ruthless aggression PG era guy. But he's there. So if he knows who CM Punk is. Logan Paul's there. If he knows who Logan Paul is. But yeah, they'll have some story recaps before every match.
Yeah.
So they won't be too lost.
Yeah. And if you wait, are you the one who needs talking points or your brother? Please advise. Because if you keep listening to us, and more importantly, like Taekwon and the people in our chat who have encyclopedic knowledge of the WWE, just me, okay, then you'll pick up on things, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't mean to insinuate that you asking us was as bad as you asking AI. I would prefer you ask us.
Right.
For talking points.
Holy shit, guys. Thank you for the likes over on TikTok. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the likes. Okay. This match. Like you said, I think Naomi's going to come out like the winner no matter what. I'm really impressed by Naomi's acting ability. I guess I was going
to talk about that too.
Since we've been watching, again, we started watching again. We were John was kind of like you, Will. He hadn't watched it for so long. We started watching it again in 2020.
2021. Yeah.
During the COVID era.
Thunderdome.
So like since we've been watching, I feel like I've seen Naomi be just like Naomi.
Right.
Super positive, dancey, all that stuff. Like this is a complete opposite. And I think what's more impactful about Naomi's heel turn than like most of the other heel turns we've got, with maybe the exception of John Cena. John Cena's heel turn was just so good to be mad at. But I feel like it's a believable heel. Like the reasoning behind her being upset, like sure, it's extreme.
Right.
But it's like, I get it. Because she's able to perform it in a way that's like, I get it. It's believable. And I think she's been doing so well with it. I hope that they keep giving, like, see what she can do, keep giving her these big opportunities and stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Out of, who do you think's like winning? Me.
Right.
The audience.
Logic tells me, not the rapper, just like my intuition, is telling me it's probably going to be Jade.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Jade.
Like the good guy coming on top.
I would just be surprised that her first WrestleMania, she doesn't win.
Yeah.
You know? Like her first solo WrestleMania match.
I agree. Plus, it's such a good guy beating bad guy. But do you think Bianca's getting involved with any of this?
I could see her maybe coming out like as support for both of them. And
probably
like,
not for both of them.
Please don't fight. And then becoming a distraction. I don't know.
Because her match is on Sunday.
Right.
So she's free on Saturday.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna go cautiously. I'm gonna proceed with caution, and I'm gonna go Jade. I would prefer Naomi, but that's just because I'm a Naomi guy.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think I agree. The Holy Shish podcast says, I appreciate the effort they've put into their social media war. They're not holding back in this. Is what I saw on TikTok real about
Big Jim
shots to the booty? Was that real? Because I thought that was just fake.
No, I think they said that to each other.
That's fucking hilarious.
Shout outs to Big Jim.
Cheers. I mean,
cheers, King.
Good for him. And with that, I gotta go. But this whole production is very nice, guys. Well done on so many levels. Hey,
thank you, Will. Hopefully you have some time to tune in for the next one and check out everything else we got going on. So if you're feeling it, give us a follow and check us out wherever we are.
Have a good WrestleMania.
Happy WrestleMania, dog.
You'll be fine. You'll sound confident. I know it. Oh, thank you for the follow, Will. It's very kind of you. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about the next one, which is actually kind of up in the air after the events of SmackDown last night. We have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Rey Mysterio at the end of SmackDown last night had to be helped out of the ring.
Right.
It wasn't televised, which makes me think that was not
legitimate. Yeah.
Scripted. Yeah. A lot of people said that he was favoring his left leg or his left knee. And people were, I don't know if this is the moment where he was injured, if he is injured, but people kept going back to him being yanked out of the ring by his left leg by one of the fucking creeds, Brutus or Dingus or whatever. So people were saying that maybe he was like his knee got yanked out of place, and he was just gone for the last 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah.
You were like, I forgot, I didn't see him
right.
the last 5 minutes. And you could see his teammates, like, at the end, they didn't even stay really to get their arm raised. They just went to go check on him.
Right.
So I would love for this to be a story. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, I don't know that Ray's going to be in any condition to compete.
Yeah, so we'll have to see.
So
let me check WWE's website just to see if there's anything new.
Now, and while you do that, I'm going to tell you what I think will probably happen and what I think should happen. Now, what I think should happen is that one wrestler got injured and the other didn't. So we could just use that slot to celebrate lucha greatness and throw an acknowledgement celebration for El Grande Americano.
Oh,
right there,
brother.
smack dab in the middle of Las Vegas to celebrate our lucha king.
A lot of people have a lot of opinions on El Grande Americano. I would like the record to show. I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, a lot of people are upset. Like, hold on. I don't see the match on their website name. Oh no, it's still there. It's still there.
So what
I was just gonna say, I feel like a lot of people are taking El Grande Americano like seriously. I understand people's concerns and the sensitivity, especially right now. Yeah. I think though, I don't think he's supposed to be like representative of
anything
people that we should
right
take seriously. I think the whole he is a caricature of like horrible people. It's kind of like Sonny. Like, you aren't supposed to be rooting for these people. You're not supposed to be rooting for El Grande Americano. His name is a coffee order. He knows 3 words of Spanish, and he's billed from the Gulf of America. Like, you're supposed to see that as like a ridiculous person and not a serious commentary on the legitimacy of people who support things like that. So that's how I'm interpreting it. I think that's how you're interpreting it as well.
Absolutely.
And so as we go forward, I just want to make that clear. Like, we're not co-signing this as like a serious representation of the American experience and what people should do. Right. This is a clown being a clown.
That's exactly what it is. It is a clown. It is a jester. Okay, if we want to get back to our theatrical roots within the space of professional wrestling. Yeah, it's John turned heel.
On Latinos, oh no. John's betraying his own people.
Gracias! No, I completely agree with everything you said. I think, and I also think a lot of Latinos, a lot of the people I see who are offended on our behalf, like I do appreciate, again, like you said, the sensitivity around it, but a lot of us, and I am not the representative for Latinos in the wrestling space. I do think a lot of us are willing to laugh at ridiculousness because we know it's not done, at least the way I'm taking it. I don't feel it's done with malicious intent. It's not meant to represent anything real, anywhere real. Again, they bill him from a body of water that's been renamed by our own administration. So, yeah.
Like, you can't be billed from a body of water. That's part of the joke.
Right. So, I think it's funny. So, yes, but it is all in kayfabe, right?
Yeah.
That our support for El Grande Americano.
And like Taekwon says, there have been way worse gimmicks, including, do you remember, you showed me this. There was a segment of JBL hunting illegal immigrants at the border. That is like obviously crazy, right?
Right.
So crazy that it's funny.
And then
you're not supposed to be like
that
on
same
his
guy
side.
Talks about, the impact of black baseball players on the game as a whole. And it's just
it's a character.
It's character, right?
I also think that again, like, it's supposed to be a mocking character. It's not supposed to be mocking luchadors or that culture at all. That's why he's framed against legitimate luchadors who obviously are like
fighting for the respect
better than him. Yeah. So yeah, all that to say, that's our opinion on El Grande Americano. I understand if your opinion is different. If you
don't like it,
that's fine. I get it. There are some things happening that I'm not a fan of either. Anyway, but I do think this match, if it does continue, I think it'll be really great because, I think this is a safe space. El Grande Americano is Chad Gable at least half of the time.
He's not.
He might be two people, and one of them is Chad Gable. And Chad Gable is an incredible wrestler. So if this match continues, I think it'll be an incredible match.
Yeah.
We floated the idea that perhaps El Grande Americano is two people. Is that? I mean, we saw someone different in the Get Up the very first time we saw him.
That's true.
I don't know. That wasn't that in
a lucha promotion? I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all whole different.
Yeah.
I
can't speak on stuff thing. I don't know. Two things I want to mention real quick. Holy shit, guys! I'm glad the warm ups are working for you. I'm glad the Ricola's working. You got to protect the moneymaker. And then of course, gracias. I think, I don't know. Something's telling me that Ray's not competing tonight. I think we'll either see Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Or Ray Phoenix. I'd be a little more surprised if it was Ray Phoenix, since he just debuted a week and a half ago.
It'll be one of them.
But I think it'll be one of them.
Which would be crazy, because if that does happen and this is all legitimate, that gives them what? Less than 24 hours?
But that's why I think, that if they had less than 24 hours to produce a match and it's a banger.
And it's a fucking banger, yeah. And if anyone can do it, it's Dragon Lee, honestly.
Dragon
Lee's great.
And under the tutelage of Master Gable, I think El Grande Americano can pull
they do know each other.
They know each other.
Okay, that's what you can see.
Yeah. Well, he has the American Made. He's associated with them.
Okay, I see.
But it's just they're just not the same guy.
Okay. My thing is that if they try to dupe us and pull out some fucking stunt double ass El Grande Americano, we're gonna know, because Chad Gable's like so clearly Chad Gable,
right?
Even in a mask.
I don't know.
Anyway, either way, El Grande Americano is a great wrestler because Chad Gable's a great wrestler, and I do think if the match continues,
Master Gable teaches the good ways.
I think that I think it's gonna be a good match. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this one's kind of up in the air, so who knows this is gonna be one of those surprises. Who knows what's gonna happen? I hope that Ray's fine and it was just like a tweak on his knee and he's good to go after stem cells or whatever the fuck he's doing over there.
Inject it straight
into
his knee.
I don't know.
He'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
Get well soon, Ray.
It's gonna be interesting for sure. It's gonna be interesting. But with that, let's move it along. God damn, we have a lot to cover. Okay, next, let's talk about the United States champion LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Got it. Sorry.
I'm gonna just say right at the gate, I love LA Knight. I think Jacob Fatu is winning this one.
Here's the thing. I like them both a lot.
Me too.
I love LA Knight. Definitely, this was like he needed to have this title reign.
Right.
And now he's had it. And I'm like, okay, I think now we can move on for other stuff for him. I think Jacob Fatu having some kind of gold. I don't know. It's already feeling contentious over there in the new bloodline. So him being like a champion,
right?
Could mix some stuff up.
I also think it's gonna be. I don't normally like to talk about this side of the wrestling because I like to just enjoy it as a fan. However, as much as I love Shinsuke, I don't think WWE did anything too exciting with having Shinsuke as a champion. I think there's more we could have done there, especially seeing Shinsuke against all the like Andrade and Rey Fenix. Like there was some cool shit they were all doing, and Carmelo Hayes. So I'm like, man, there could have been some really cool matches we could have gotten out of this, but they just didn't really do anything with them.
Yeah.
So I think Jacob Fatu, having LA Knight, Jacob Fatu probably should have been the next guy to have that title to really kind of bolster its legitimacy the way like Gunther did for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
So, and just to make those title matches and those storylines more exciting, I think having a charismatic person like Jacob Fatu in there right after an LA Knight would do wonders for the title. But so I think, I don't think LA Knight's gonna have the numbers advantage he thinks he's gonna have. I think Tonga Loa might show up, even if it's in a body cast. Not Tama Tonga.
Sorry, you said Tongaloa, and my mind went to Tama Tonga.
My favorite wrestler, Tonga Loa. Your favorite wrestler, my tribal chief.
I miss him, Tonga
The OTL.
What?
Original Tonga Loa.
Oh my God, there's only one. I mean, that'd be a crazy comeback, but. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Jacob Fatu is winning it. Fatu Nation, rise up.
Whoa.
I have to find a new person to stand. I don't know if I should get too comfortable in the Fatu Nation. We'll see. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great match. I think this is going to be scary at times. Yeah. Every time Jacob Fatu is on my screen, I'm a little bit scared.
He's too big to be doing a lot of the shit he does.
He's so fast.
Yeah.
Why is he so fast?
He's kind of scary.
It's like a similar like Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker shouldn't be that fast.
Right.
But he is. He's like a fucking bullet. He's crazy.
But see, here's the thing is that, and I mean this with the utmost respect.
What are you about to say?
Braun Breaker, like, he looks scary because he's so intense. He's built like a fucking football player.
Baby face.
Huh?
He has a baby face.
And he's got a baby face.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu looks like if I saw him in public and I recognized him, me looking at him would be like a challenge to him, and he would try to fight me for it. He'd beat my ass.
What if Jacob Fatu? Taekwon? Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, that's your explanation for why he's gonna win.
He's gonna whoop that ass.
I love that.
He would whoop my ass just for being around him.
What if Jacob Fatu is really nice?
You know,
he might be. He's probably really nice.
But what I see on TV,
I'm scared.
I'm a little scared.
I'm scared.
He'd beat my ass.
Well, yeah, that no question. Oh, thank you. We needed that Taekwon. I was confused on where he stood.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't really say. We just kind of said the match. We didn't know where the match was happening.
Oh yeah. If the match does happen,
I think I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry. Now we went back to talking about Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Because I don't think we ever specified. I feel like Rey would win. Would he unmask El Grande Americano? I don't know. That's what he says he's going to do. I don't know if he'll get that far. Or there will be some kind of scuffle, some Hollywood magic. Like El Grande Americano goes under the ring or a table, and then a different fuck pops out.
Yeah.
And then they unmask him, and it's like Shad Shable or something. I don't know. His twin. I don't know. But I feel like Rey might win.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. Sorry, back to this match.
Maybe one of the luchas are going to win because I feel like El Grande has been getting the upper hand on them recently.
Yeah, he's been...
We'll see.
His time needs to be...
Yeah, I don't know. Someone's kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Anyway, for this one, I see Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu is my pick as well. Guys, anybody else in the comments? Who's your pick, Taekwon? Oh, Taekwon picked Jacob. I forgot because of his whole reasoning behind that. Yes, okay. All right, let's move it along. Now we've got another match that I'm scared of, but for a different reason. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton versus her grandma Charlotte Flair.
That's so fucked up.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Damn.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, you know how there are drag mothers?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Wrestling mother.
I think this is going to be a great match. I think the match itself is going to be great.
I love wrestling, right? I don't like fights. Well, I like fights in hockey. I don't like fights in real life in places where fights aren't supposed to be had, like real fights. I don't like all those compilations of like Charlotte Flair getting in real fights with people in the ring. Though half of them are like very clearly that's what was supposed to happen, but like
Right.
I don't know, I don't want to see a real fight break out.
I don't think it will.
I hope not. There's just there's so much happening with this match. Like the backstory that WWE created for it doesn't even hold a candle to what the fuck is happening now with
Right.
like the real life shit. I am maybe one of the people who was a little upset that Charlotte Flair came back and immediately won the Rumble. But I can't see them doing that and then having her win this match, especially with the reception that she's getting from people. I don't think people would be happy about that. I think they'd be like legitimate, not even like a, oh man, like this isn't the storyline I wanted. I think people would be genuinely mad if she won.
Would people be mad? Yes. Do I think Tiff is winning?
Oh man,
I don't know.
I
Because
hope
I don't
she
think
does.
I don't think Tiffy came out of any of this either. And I love Tiffany Stratton. Don't get me wrong. I don't think she came out of this looking particularly good at what she does either. At least on the mic, in a feud like this, in a big high profile feud.
I think kind of the interview that she gave yesterday on SmackDown both of their interviews felt like real.
Right.
Real enough.
Right.
But like Tiffany saying like I was blindsided during the side by side. So then I did my research and I came back.
Mm-hmm.
That's believable to me.
Right.
Her saying she felt bullied. That's believable. Ooh, don't bully me. That's believable to me. Because I feel like Charlotte Flair might be a little bit of a bully in real life. Maybe not to like me.
I think her character. I think when she's on, is when she gets like that. I don't know. Just based on what I hear, and again, I don't know. I try not to think too much about what happens backstage.
Yeah.
But I do hear a lot of like how she's super supportive of the other women.
Yeah.
You know, behind the scenes. Again, but then you also hear about, you know, she gets in fights with people. So like, you know, you make your own truth.
Of both. Like supportive, but also kind of goes overboard in front of the camera.
Right.
Like she doesn't know.
And for the side by side, I mean, I didn't realize that wasn't part of it because I liked what Charlotte did in the side by side. I thought it fit. I thought it fit the story of like you're trying to like, show up the young one, right? Like I don't know, I thought it was part of it. I didn't realize that that's something. It wasn't supposed to be that.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel Charlotte. If you're gonna have her be heel, that's how she best operates.
I was gonna say that's why it doesn't feel strange or out of character because that is her character.
Right.
But I feel like Tiffany Stratton. Now we have to remember she's what 25.
Right.
That's crazy. That's child basically. Right. I don't think she's at a point yet. I think she will be, and I think she will be soon, where she can one hold her own in a situation like that, and two act in a way that like covers the emotion that she's feeling in real life. The fact that she's not there yet, and I could see her getting visibly frustrated during both of those one-on-ones, face-to-faces or whatever. That to me makes it feel like, okay, this isn't part of it.
Right.
Like we've gone past whatever that line was supposed to be. Just because she's not, she can't cover those emotions enough yet. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But
when it comes down to it, story aside, what matters most is who's going to walk out with the gold.
I hope it's Tiffany Stratton. I don't want it to be Charlotte Flair. And if Charlotte Flair wants to show people, hey, I'm actually supportive, I'm not a bully, I don't beat her. Let her beat you. Oh, John doesn't agree with me.
I'm gonna stick with my heel turn. I'm saying we all hail the queen. I'm thinking Charlotte's walking out with the gold tonight. And I think it's gonna be because the story is Tiffy's not ready. I think the story is Tiffy's not ready, and I think Charlotte's walking out with the fucking gold. And you know what? I'm all for it.
Oh my God, John, we've never argued like this before.
Who's arguing?
Me with you, because you're fucking wrong. No, I don't know. You never know, but I want Tiffany Stratton to win. We waited so long for her to have this opportunity, and what? She gives it up to Charlotte? I don't want that.
But listen to what Charlotte's been saying. She's like, you won the title via a cash-in. You didn't win the title. I'm just saying. And
Charlotte Flair fucking came back at the Royal Rumble.
Gone for a year and hasn't missed a beat, Kendra.
What entrant was she in the Royal Rumble?
27. So
she can shut the fuck up actually about that then. Good job, you outlasted 3 other people.
No, she didn't. That's not how that works. Good
job. Anyway, whatever.
I agree, Taekwon. I think their chemistry it's growing too little too late because it's the day before WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Don't look at the file right now,
Sophie,
John.
I've made a welcome.
Mistake. Oh, hello. I feel like they're almost like too similar.
Yeah.
It's almost just like millennial versus Gen Z of the same person. So I think that's also why they maybe don't get along in real life. Allegedly. But yeah, it's just like they're just like 2 peas in a pod in a bad way.
I was excited for it I was excited for this match when Charlotte won the Royal Rumble because I figured this is what we were going to get because of how similar they are. Yeah. But now, just after the last few weeks, I do think I think this particular match was brought too soon. I think Tiffany could have benefited from a longer title reign with more defenses.
Which makes me think that maybe she'll retain and she'll get that long title reign. She'll get those defenses.
If anything, I think it'll be the opposite. I think one day we'll see this rematch after Tiffany's kind of picked herself up out of the ashes.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I mean, that's very possible.
Happy WrestleMania weekend, guys. Woke up early on a Saturday to catch this live.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so sweet.
We appreciate you being here.
Much. Sorry it's so early.
I know. Anywho, so we're split down the middle on this one, y'all. Yeah. Y'all let us know what you think. Do you think Tiffany's retaining, or do you think it's time for another Queen's reign? No. Are you here or here?
Which brand is Seth Rollins on? SmackDown.
No, he's on Raw. Monday Night Rollins.
Oh yeah, he just showed up yesterday.
Yeah.
What brand is Tiffany on?
SmackDown.
Okay, never mind. When Becky Lynch comes back, inevitably, how does that play into this? You know?
I don't think it plays into this.
It'll play into the other one.
Yeah.
I don't know who's on what brand, and I don't care to find out. I don't care to learn. All right, let's move it along.
I think Sophie... Nia is going to interfere. She's going to ruin... Whoa.
I completely fucking forgot.
Because she's been out with injury.
About Nia Jax. She could do something.
You don't think I'm sorry, I know we have to move on, but like I could see them giving Tiffany, she's a star, don't get me wrong, and I know I'm talking a lot of shit here, but like I could see them giving her a sort of Cody Rhodes-esque, you know, like she loses her big WrestleMania match, spends the next year fucking dominating all to get back that title.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it. Right. I just don't want it to happen.
Anyway, the brand split isn't real. Becky Lynch goes after Lyra. Oh, that'd be crazy. That Nia shit is in the past.
Oh, and Nia's in Vegas, Sophie says. Oh, we're all in Vegas.
I like Nia. I like Nia Jax. Anyway, all right. But yeah, we're split down the middle.
Yeah, sorry. Gotta put on my lip gloss.
We'll see. So Sophie
I see
thinks that Anaya Jax
Anaya interference, which
interference
could
is
go
inevitable.
honestly either way.
Right.
You never know what the fuck she's cooking up. Bustelo, please get from behind me. Sorry, Bustelo's right behind me, and I'm afraid I'm gonna roll over his foot.
I rolled on him this morning because he was laying next to me.
He got too close.
Yeah, I just heard little claws like. I was like, oh shit!
Trying to
Gotta get off him.
Okay, so let's move it along. Let's talk about the, I guess, second of 3 main events tonight. World Heavyweight Champion Gunt versus Jey Uso.
Taekwon's the match he's looking forward to the most.
Yeah, Taekwon's a huge Jey Uso fan.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't understand the Uso hate.
I don't either.
I like the Usos for now. I like the Usos. I like what they're entertaining and they're
Right.
funny. Main event Jey Uso isn't main eventing. Hashtag interesting.
Damn.
Anyway, he's one of the 8 main events.
Right.
So I think this will be a fun match to watch.
Yeah.
Gunt is fucking Gunt.
Right.
It's gonna be crazy. After that, listen, I have more respect. I love the Usos already. I have more respect for both of them. After what the fuck Gunt did to Jimmy, that was like, I was alone watching that. You were at rehearsal.
Yeah.
That was like,
Watching a crime.
it was sickening to watch.
Right.
Which is like good for the story. But yeah, that was a lot.
Right. And I mean, Taekwon, even though I don't necessarily agree with you, but I get where you're coming from, and I can see it, and I can't argue it. Like,
I get why people don't like him or think he's boring.
right. Like, I do get that. But to that point, this is where I sort of agree. I align. I do think that Jimmy really did help this particular story between them.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I think that motivation for him was lacking before Jimmy got involved in the picture.
Yeah. Picture?
Just him having a loss record against Gunther wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Right? For people to resonate with.
He needed something personal.
Right. And so, yeah. And I think this is WWE's way of sort of responding to people criticizing, oh, he's just like a catchphrase or whatever.
Yeah.
While not completely removing that from his character. Cause I mean, hey,
because they need that.
That's money on the table. They're not going to lose that. But yeah, so I do agree that I agree with some of what you're saying. I am a Jey Uso fan. I do like Jey Uso. I think it's fun. I think the Usos, I think the idea that they have a limited moveset is completely blown out of proportion. Every fucking wrestler has the same moveset they do just about every week, with the exception of a few of the more high flying folks.
Yeah.
But like, that's just business. Like, you're not gonna go see your favorite artist in a concert and not expect them to do their big hits.
Yeah. Did you guys hear the cat?
What are you doing?
Bucello. He wants to go. He went in the bathroom?
He opened the fucking door.
What the hell?
Anyway.
I didn't know he could do that.
I wasn't aware that was something a person could do.
Hi, Soto. Thank you. Happy WrestleMania Day, and thank you for the likes.
Yeah, so here's my cat, Bustello. But who do we think's going to win? I love Gunter. I think Jey Uso's walking out, champ.
I think.
Are we disagreeing here again?
I don't know. Oh, even Taekwon says Jey Uso.
Yeah.
But he says sadly. I think we could see Jimmy show up after the match to hug his brother. That's what Soto says. That would be
I agree.
Quite the moment. Win or loss.
True.
He could come out to hug his brother. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to pick. Oh my gosh. Taekwon hates Jey Uso. Either way, I think we're going to get a pretty fun match.
Yeah.
Maybe a pretty brutal match.
Yeah.
Hopefully not as much blood. I don't like seeing the blood.
Yeah. I hear you.
Do you think Jay will slap Gunt like Jimmy slapped Gunt? Like another big slap? That was so fun. That was so much fun.
He slapped the shit
slapped the
out of him.
It was so great.
I'm still recovering from that. I don't know about all that, but I think Jay's gonna walk out. I don't know how long of a reign he'll have.
Yeah.
That seems to be his MO, is to win and then lose it really quickly.
Yeah.
But
I think I agree with you. I do love Gunt though. I do love Gunt. I think he's been a good champion. I think he's a caliber of wrestler where it's like it makes sense for him to have a long run of anything. Yeah. Gunt. But
I just hope whenever if he's ever champ again, which I assume he will be. I get it. I get why the world champions, like, I'm mixed. But I think it's because Gunther had such a good IC championship reign where he was competing like all the time that I'm a fan of his matches. I'm a fan of his work, so I just want to see him wrestle more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like when a world champion is a little bit more of you have to reach that bar before you get to challenge them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I do think Jey Uso's walking out champ.
I think I agree. We'll see.
And then hopefully that'll bolster Jimmy up to go challenge maybe Jacob Fatu for that U.S. championship.
Fatu on Fatu.
Hard question. How long do you think the match will last? Maybe we do those predictions in future together. Yeah, I know we talked about that before, Soto, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This one was tricky to do because, again, I'm on a pretty crunch time frame. Crunch. So I didn't make the invites. We were thinking about it, though, about inviting a few people to a live or to do one of these. But
possibly a little future.
A little collab.
A little peek into the future.
Absolutely. So those of y'all here. Anyway.
I'm bad with time. Like figuring out how long a match is going to be. I have like no frame of reference, even though I've watched it for years.
Because do we include the
walkout?
The entrances?
No, we can't. Shirley.
We can. And don't call me Shirley.
The entrances for this next match we're going to talk about, the triple threat match, I think that will be longer than
the match.
Probably Jade and Naomi's match. Like it's going to be longer than some other match. It's going to be crazy. But anyway, segue. Since we were just talking about that, it's harder to predict, and it's just for the match from bell to bell. Yeah, can't do the fucking walkouts.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about this match. It's our main event, I assume, for Saturday. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk in a triple threat match.
Triple threat. Do we talk about it?
No, let's not, because it's just gonna make me fucking sad. You guys all know what's.
You guys know what's going on.
You guys know what's gonna happen. You guys know what's happening.
Right.
And anything that I've said previously about a certain person in your head, switch out that name for CM Punk. I'm a CM Punk fan now. I'm a CM Punk girly, and I always have been. And you can check that.
No, anytime that Kendra's referred to CM Punk seeming like a quote unquote fucking asshole, didn't happen.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
That was El Grande Americana. No, you know what? He is kind of an asshole. That's fine. We can both be assholes, I guess.
Damn, that got me.
That all aside, everything that's happening aside, this is going to be a fantastic match. That hasn't changed. I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know who's going to win.
Well, Seth Rollins says this is for the soul of the WWE. Bustelo, don't.
Bustelo, please don't. Please
don't do that. Sorry, my cat is trying to jump from the computer desk to a dresser, but he's oh God, he's knocking stuff over.
The dresser's covered in clothes, so I don't know where he's going to fall. Bustelo, please don't. Don't.
I wish you all could see this.
He fell. Well, and now he's going to walk out of the room like he never
nothing
meant to
happened.
do that. Anyway, sorry.
Main event Jey Uso. Did we say main event Jey Uso?
This and Yeet?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Shut up.
So Seth Rollins says this is for the soul of the WWE. So, you know, far be it from me to stop him on his conquests, his adventures. Dying.
As a cat mom, I'm dying right now. Is he named after Cafe Bustelo? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. I don't drink coffee, so you can figure out
It's in here right now.
Which one of the two of us do you think is drinking Cafe fucking Bustelo? It's not me.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. And
He's
that's just one of
also-
the cats right now.
Guys, he's like 25, 30 pounds. Like, he can't be jumping like that.
Right.
He's crazy. Anyway.
Seth wins. So Taekwon says Seth wins so Punk and Roman can split off into their own feud. I could see that over the soul of Paul Heyman.
That's true. I fucking forgot about the whole Paul Heyman shit.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman's escorting CM Punk to the ring.
Do we not? I know I've seen this theory floating around that maybe Seth Rollins becomes the next Paul Heyman guy.
I've seen that too. I don't quite understand that. Isn't Paul Heyman supposed to like usher in new talent and make them the guy?
Not necessarily. He didn't usher in Roman Reigns.
Wasn't Roman Reigns like hated before Paul Heyman?
Yeah, but he wasn't new.
Yeah, but
he'd been around for a while and was hated by everybody.
He was new to being liked.
Exactly. So no. Go with me here.
Okay.
I think Seth's spitting facts.
Oh.
Seth's like, listen, you're being used by everybody else. Why wouldn't Paul Heyman want to go with the one person that's not using him for clout, for advice?
I don't think Paul Heyman cares. You think Paul Heyman cares? I think Paul Heyman cares about his private flights and his whatever the fuck. I don't think he cares about who may or may not be using him. He's using everyone else anyway.
Are you kidding me? You see how gray his hair is getting now?
He is. He's stressed out, guys.
He's stressed out.
That's like a barometer. You know how like there's this short skirt index, like the shorter skirts are, the more like, what is it, prosperous the economy is or something? It's like that, but Paul Heyman's hair. The grayer it is, like the worse we're all in for as wrestling fans.
Also, I didn't say before, hi, Jess. I didn't know you were in here before, so
Jess.
glad you're here.
Thank you for the likes.
Thank you for all the likes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's winning this one.
All three of these guys can't be in a feud together for too long, so somebody got to split off from this. I think I agree with that, Taekwon. It's like we're using up too much of our resources to clump them up like this.
Right. I wouldn't, before a few days ago, Seth was my least favorite to win. But I wouldn't mind seeing him get like a WrestleMania main event win. Because right now his only win at WrestleMania, correct me if I'm wrong, I think is, what were you going to say?
When he cashed in?
No, against Logan Paul.
Oh. When did he cash in and win? That was at a WrestleMania.
Yes.
Well, you're saying non-cash in.
Right.
Win. Okay. I don't know.
I think it was Logan Paul. Seth is for sure winning. I'm calling it.
Oh.
That's what Sophie says.
Sophie's very confident.
Sophie's also a Seth Rollins girly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Are you biased? Because I'm biased now too. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't care. I don't care who wins. It's gonna be a great match.
I think Seth might win. I'm starting to think like y'all. I think Seth might win. I think that the distraction of Paul Heyman for these two other guys is gonna be too much.
Doesn't Seth also have some kind of favor?
That's why I was thinking he would become the next Paul Heyman guy.
I don't know if I see that.
We'll see.
He has a manager? I don't think that'll bode well. You're biased as well. Okay. And you know what? The first step is admitting it. Yeah. And I agree, and I'm biased as well.
But yeah, I do think overall, aside, I do think this is going to be a really, really great match.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I think people are taking the favorite thing too literal.
Like the Seth favor thing? I do think it was like kind of a... I don't like Paul didn't agree to it, so
I thought it was just a threat. Yeah, you're probably right.
I thought it was just a threat. Yeah.
All right. Well,
continuing on.
Let's continue on.
My answer is I don't have one.
I'm just here for a good time.
I'm here for a good time. Let's talk about Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, we have half an hour to talk about Sunday, so let's speed through it. I do think. I was gonna say Saturday was kind of stacked, and I'm looking at these matches. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's start off Sunday with a tag team title match. We have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah. Nice.
Versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Bayley and Lyra are like kind of hodgepodge, like kind of just they just kind of like were mashed together. I mean, so was Liv and Raquel at one point, but like
Okay. So can I talk about something real quick? I know we're speeding through this, but
Yeah.
let me talk about something real quick.
Okay.
I've been pretty steadfast in my thoughts and my feelings that I like Liv Morgan, not my favorite, right?
Yeah.
She's fine, whatever. She's just, that's always kind of how she's been with me, right?
Yeah.
Something else I've been steadfast in saying is the reason why I love the Judgment Day and continue to love the Judgment Day is because they have done exactly what they've been set out to do ever since Edge founded this group.
Yeah.
Which is they take talent that's kind of just meandering in the ether and makes them interesting. And I'm going to eat some crow here. I think the same thing about Liv Morgan. I agree with Taekwon here. Shocking news. Liv Morgan has been killing it since dropping the title.
I agree.
Completely agree. I think ever since she joined Judgment Day, it's the most interesting she's been. Mm-hmm. Her title run was I agree. Because it was just a vehicle for Rhea to win it back, right? After injury. But in the tag team division with Raquel, I think she's crushing it.
Yeah.
I think she all around has become just such a much more interesting personality to watch in the ring, out of the ring. And I'm like, damn, Judgment Day is still, even though we're like all ready for them to implode at any moment, they continue to do exactly what the group is meant to do.
Yeah. I agree. I also think I've loved being able to see Raquel be back.
Yeah.
After all the shit that she was going through. And I also think that her being part of something and having something to do has also benefited her character. And I think she's, I mean, Taekwon thinks she's just there, but I think that she is improving as part of the Judgment Day on things like confidence and talking on the mic and all that kind of stuff, which again is like the purpose.
Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Liv Morgan or Raquel? Oh yeah.
Which I think is the purpose of the group, like you said. Because of all that, it makes me think that they're retaining. Because again, Bailey and Lyra were just kind of like smushed together. I don't know why they keep putting Lyra in like tag teams. Just like let her go do stuff on her own.
Well, you mean let her be the IC champion? Like let her defend as the IC champion?
Yeah.
I completely agree. I still think that, and this isn't much of an excuse, I still think that the main roster folks don't know what to do with the women's mid-card titles because they didn't have them for so long. Like over at NXT, they've had multiple titles and they just know what to do with the women's division over there. I don't think they know. They have like, and I will say Chelsea Green has the like experience and just the personality to like, make anything work and make it interesting. And that's not a dig at Lyra. I love Lyra Valkyria. But at least Chelsea Green gets time on TV as well. Lyra doesn't get that. So they just don't know what to do with her. I don't think.
She's a great wrestler in a company that values entertainment. I was going to say, she's another one of those people where every time I do see her in a match, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot.
She's awesome.
How good she is.
Yeah.
And she looks so much like Miranda Cosgrove. Every time I see her, I'm like, that's Miranda Cosgrove.
She looks like a friend of mine who...
That's true.
Yeah.
She looks like everyone. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm glad to see her in something in WrestleMania. Like, that's exciting. She's in WrestleMania. I just wish it was on her own merit. Not like she's riding coattails, but just, like, let her just be a singles competitor.
Right.
She's not going to be more entertaining if you don't give her the opportunity to do something entertaining. And I do get it, Taekwon. I think that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
I hate agreeing with you.
So yeah, I hope they give her more to do. I guess I'm like you said, I'm glad she's on the card at all.
Yeah.
But I just think, and who knows, maybe when Roxanne Perez is brought up from, because I think she's moving up to the main roster after Stand and Deliver. At least soon after that. Maybe that would be a really good match. I think her and Lyra. Yeah. I think Roxanne would bring out the best on the mic from pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
Because they would have to. They'd have to keep up with her,
Yeah.
right? What the fuck happened to Bailey versus Roxanne? I don't know. Like,
that
they
like
just
a thing?
dropped that. But see, I don't know. Maybe that plays into her going after Lyra because she's teamed up with Bailey.
Do you think she'll interrupt this match?
She'll be out there. She'll
will?
be out there. Costanza delivers in Vegas.
Oh, out there, like
Yes.
at that part of the country, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikki. Different Nikki. Not my
Oh,
sister's.
hey.
My sister's
I
name
thought
is
it was
Nikki.
your sister. I was like, why is she here?
Thank you for the likes.
Thank you for the likes. We're on night 2. We're starting on
Yes.
night 2. We're gonna blaze through the rest of these. But
Yeah.
I think Judgment Day is retaining.
I agree.
And I hope from here we either get a rematch between these two, Bailey and Lyra, or I would like to see Roxanne get involved
Yeah.
in the IC Championship
Yeah.
title scene.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right.
Let us know what y'all think.
Moving quickly. Next, let's do Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight.
Boom, boom.
This is going to be fucking crazy. I already know this is going to be crazy.
This is one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most.
This is one of those matches where it's like almost a sin to put it on Easter.
That's why it's not a Sin City.
That's why it's Sin City. But yeah, I think this is going to be so much fun. They're both incredible. Love them both.
These are two guys I'm happy are on the card because I said this when I was on the Holy Shit podcast. Like, we are in such a time where if I'm Triple H, this is a good problem to have, is that you have all these people that could be these top stars. Mm-hmm. And I think Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre are definitely up there. But the time's not right for them to be in the title picture. And like, you have this other huge main event that's going on. So like, these guys I'm glad they're on the card. I'm glad they're getting a big match.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're getting a match with a stipulation. One that a lot of people were complaining, why doesn't WrestleMania have any stipulation matches? I'm like, just let them get there. They'll get there.
Just be patient.
So I am looking forward to this match.
Yeah.
And I do think it's going to be, if Drew McIntyre's Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk is anything to go off of to how fucking nuts he'll get in the ring, I'm excited to see what they do in a street fight.
I know, me too. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. As far as who will win, again, who cares? Doesn't matter. I'm not here for that. Probably. Let's give it to Drew McIntyre.
Drew?
He needs it. Taekwon. Taekwon says Drew as well, amongst other stuff.
So I love Drew. He was my favorite wrestler. He was my wrestler of the year last year.
Yeah.
Purely based on his work with CM Punk.
I feel like he needs a win.
Yes, but I just morally at this point in time, I can't.
In good conscience.
I can't, in good conscience, go against El
Tu gente.
Campeón.
Yeah.
El Campeón.
How do you say biased in Spanish?
Well, here's the thing. I did go for El Grande Americano.
That's true.
So I have to balance it
You
out.
just got to balance the scales.
I got to balance it out, and I got to go with Damian Priest for this one.
I'm going to go Drew McIntyre. We'll split it down the middle again. We'll
Okay.
see who's right. But yeah, either way, it's going to be fun. And that's truly all that matters. Let's continue on. Whoa, we're speeding through it.
We have to.
Let's do the Intercontinental Champion.
Now, remember, you guys, if you have thoughts and you have
your
opinions, drop them in the comments, please. We'll get to them.
Even if it's for something that already passed, we'll circle back. What? Oh, I see. Sorry, Taekwon. I thought you meant something else. Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor. Sorry, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
Versus Dominic Mysterio. This is gonna be a really fun one.
This is another one of those. See, man, night 2.
See, I was like night 1 stacked. This is a night 2.
Right. This is gonna be a fantastic match.
I know.
I can feel it in my fingers. I can feel it in my toes. We're gonna see some crazy shit happen in this match.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Well, one, I'm sad that I didn't know more about Penta. I knew about Penta, from the Lucha Underground stuff, but I wish I knew more about him before he showed up in WWE, because I'm really loving all of his work so far. Hey, listen, that's just logic, brother. Hashtag noticing. I think this match is gonna be crazy. I think it's time we all stop ignoring the truth. We know Dominic Mysterio is walking out with that IC championship.
Listen, I love Dominic Mysterio for now. You never know. But
we have.
If Dominic Mysterio is winning this match, it's out of hijinks and crime or something.
That doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, like, he's not winning this match clean.
You lie, you cheat, you steal.
If Dominic Mysterio got one of those Braun Breaker spears where Braun Breaker twists midair like a fucking crocodile, he's snapping in two.
He does a
death roll in the middle of his spear. He's snapping in two. Love the guy. He's scrawny. However, if he lies and he cheats and he steals to win it, I will be very happy.
Listen, if you're not cheating, you're not
business.
winning, essay, okay?
That's just I don't like that you said essay.
It's a Eddie Guerrero thing.
Okay. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
Well, I know essay is like a LA Mexican thing, but that's but Eddie Guerrero used to say shit like that. Anyway,
as long as he did, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whip that out
I
of the
just
door.
said some shit. Well, it's not that he's it's not that he's a Latino. That's not why he has to lie and steal and cheat. It's because he's outweighed.
It's because he's notoriously an outlaw. Okay, he's a dirty Dom.
Let's not. Okay, we're forgetting the plot here. He is a criminal. He got arrested and he went to prison, federal prison, if I believe.
Yeah.
And he only got out for what? What was the excuse that he got out? Good behavior? I don't know. Oh my god. Anyway, I think this might be my favorite match of the night.
Honestly,
of the weekend, maybe.
Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, it just seems right in the world.
Yeah.
I'm so like we went to the Royal Rumble last year, and Braun Breaker was still on NXT, I think, full time.
But last year?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So and Braun Breaker, this is at the time before they moved over to CW and I could still watch NXT. So like I was, plenty familiar with Braun Breaker already. I think that was your first time
maybe
seeing him at least live, like
definitely live.
But when the dog started barking, you're like, why is everyone barking?
Oh yeah. I was confused.
But he had a hell of a showing at last year's Rumble. He had a hell of a showing at this year's Rumble. Had that viral moment with ISO Speed. So
yeah.
I'm so glad that he's at WrestleMania. But that doesn't change the fact that we're gonna have one Mysterio's making it to WrestleMania and walking out a champion.
Good God. Oh my God. If Rey Mysterio is actually injured, Dom Mysterio is gonna have a fucking field day.
I know. My deadbeat dad couldn't even compete at WrestleMania.
Yeah, my deadbeat dad twisted his ankle or whatever and can't.
And I can't wait for the moment he wins and comes out on Raw, because like the change people are gonna make from booing him. People have booed him so long that he's a lot of people's favorite right now. Just in general,
one of my favorites. I love him.
So and those of us who've been ride or die for Dirty Dom since the beginning,
you're like catch up, everybody else.
Come on,
I will
join
say,
the party. I guess
if Braun Breaker is losing, it would have to be in this kind of a scenario where he's fucking outmatched or outnumbered, I should say, because like he's too powerful. He's simply too strong. OP. He's too OP to lose any other way. But one-on-one clean? No, there's no way.
I agree. I think Dom might pin Finn. I agree, Taekwon, that he might pin Finn Balor.
Oh, maybe. Because there was that whole like fake out of the Judgment Day having issues.
Right.
And then they resolved it. They were just like, yeah, it's resolved. Like, that's how they resolved it. Perhaps there's a crack in the facade. Like, there's a crack in our tile downstairs, guys.
You got to stop telling
people
about
that.
Anyway,
downstairs.
So we're both... oh, my God.
Oh.
We got to move on.
Moving on. All right, next, let's talk about Who cares? AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I hope AJ Styles dog walks Logan Paul. I know that's not what's going to happen. And listen, we have said multiple times, unfortunately, Logan Paul, when given time to thoroughly rehearse a match, does well. He pulls out good matches. Argue with your mom. I don't know. So I do think that this will be a good match.
Yeah.
I don't want Logan Paul to win, obviously.
Right.
I never want Logan Paul to win.
Yeah, I hope this isn't AJ Styles' last WrestleMania. I would hate for his last WrestleMania to be against fucking Logan Paul.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I probably would have. You know what? After this WrestleMania, let's get more Karrion Kross out there. I like Karrion Kross. I want him to do more.
I like Karrion Kross too, and I feel like there's an interesting nugget in the concept that he's been running with.
For like years.
He gets like what, 2 minutes every fortnight to fucking work on it. Like
the fact that we got that he was in 2 matches in the same week on TV is like astounding to me. So I hope we do more with him moving forward. But
I agree with you, Taekwon. It does feel weird because it should have been AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. Like that, we were building that for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
But Logan Paul has to have a WrestleMania match. So.
Yeah.
So throw him in somewhere, I guess.
This is one I can't remember who. I don't even remember Logan Paul's match last year at WrestleMania.
You're asking me, girl. I don't remember. 20 minutes ago.
Oh, it was against LA Knight. He lost the U.S. Championship.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Sure. Taekwon would know. Taekwon, let us know.
Logan versus KO versus Orton. Really? Huh.
How come I don't
remember
WrestleMania?
That at all? Huh. Okay. I mean, because he lost at SummerSlam. In
Cleveland?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Thank you, Taekwon.
I don't want Logan Paul to win. I feel like he might. I feel like he fucking might.
I feel like he might too. I also don't want him to.
And he'll be like brass knuckles or some shit.
Yeah.
That he always does. You know,
the same old. Yeah, he'll have some kind of outside interference. They'll give him brass knuckles. He'll jump off of something high. And
fucking Donald Trump will give him brass knuckles or something.
Oh my god, I could totally see that.
Yeah, it'd be something fucking stupid.
Or that fucking racist comedian guy.
Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I hope he gets a fucking chair over the head in that Sin City street fight. I hope Damian Priest dog walks in. I hope it becomes a match. I hope it becomes a triple threat.
And he's woefully. He didn't know it was going to be a match. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
it's like I'm excited. I'm excited for WrestleMania. I'm excited AJ Styles is there, but like
I don't care about this match at all, unfortunately.
And it's not a reflection on AJ Styles. It's fucking Logan Paul.
It's Logan Paul. It's the build to it, like Taekwon said, and also like everything else that we have to focus on. This is the bottom of what I care about.
Right.
Sorry. Moving on. Let's talk about the Women's World Champion, Io Sky. Wait, what the hell? Sorry, wrong graphic. Versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Okay.
Another one of those matches that I'm like is.
This might be this might be one of the best ones. Io has got to retain. I agree with you. Io has to retain.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. I think Io is retaining. Yeah. I can't see her losing this. I don't want her to lose this.
Yeah.
We have been big time just champions of Io Sky and how she's the best wrestler on the roster in general.
Yeah.
Men or women.
Yeah.
She's up there.
She's up there. She's great.
And I do appreciate that that's the story they're kind of going with, is that everyone is overlooking her and not paying her any mind and not taking her serious.
Yeah.
Because lest we forget, neither of these women have beaten her. At least I don't think.
I don't know.
So.
But yeah, it's a good way of making the champion an underdog.
Yeah.
I like that they're doing that, and I do hope that it pays off in Io Sky's favor. But like, what a crazy, like, these are two huge competitors.
Yeah.
Competitor to have for WrestleMania. So I'm really proud of Io Sky, and I'm glad that she's gotten this opportunity, and I hope she retains. I hope she does more of it. I hope they have more challenges for her, because every time she's just one of those people where like I'll watch her in any match.
Right.
She's so entertaining. I'll watch her do anything with anyone in any match.
Sophie says Io is retaining for sure. Love the Jade Naomi drama crossing over last night with the triple threat, and that's what I'm thinking. That's why whoever wins, well, I guess, or loses that Jade Naomi match might show up and distract Bianca, because I also think we could see Rhea taking the pin to sort of protect Bianca's undefeated at WrestleMania. Like, she's never been pinned at WrestleMania, so I could see that happening.
I miss Asuka. You think Asuka will come out? Asuka comes out to congratulate Io Sky on her win, and then fucking spits in her face. Sprays her. What is it called?
Breaks up the damage control.
She is in damage control, isn't she?
Yeah, I think after WrestleMania we'll see both Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Yeah,
who's fucking yoked now.
Yeah, have you guys seen Kairi Sane recently? It's crazy.
Holy shit.
Asuka. Yes, I miss Asuka.
Love Asuka. But yeah, no, I think this is gonna be a fucking awesome. This might be one of the matches of the entire event. Like,
I agree. Ooh,
yeah, this match is this and the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah. See, and we're eating good on Sunday, blessed day.
That's right.
And let's talk about what has to be the main event of Sunday. Cody Rhodes, WWE champion, undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Oof. She's not the sane Kairi that she was before. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's some shit John would say.
That was pretty good.
That's a fourth grade teacher joke, is what that is. We have very limited time to talk about this match, so let's get it started. Guys,
let's get right into it.
Put your predictions in the comments. We have no time to spare. I would love to believe that this isn't John Cena's last match at WrestleMania. He's very adamant that it is. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I have liked John Cena's heel turn. He is another person who can act his way through a heel turn to make it feel real or believable, understandable, kind of. It seems he has to win another championship sometime this year. He has to beat Ric Flair's record. Mm-hmm. Fuck that guy. No offense. John Cena, I almost called him John Cena again, needs to break that record. I feel like he's done enough to have that, at least. Is it going to be here? I don't know. Do you think The Rock's going to get involved?
I think The Rock will show up. All right. So after last night,
okay,
I was like, is The Rock going to give Cody Rhodes one more chance to sell his soul? It was because of something John Cena said. He was like, Sunday night, are you going to do what they think you should, or are you going to win? I was like, why would he say that? Why did he say that? What did he mean by that? So part of me is like,
interesting.
Is he going to try and is this going to be like the last trial to see if Cody Rhodes will sell his soul? Probably not. That's where my brain went, though, and I just had to say that out loud.
I kind of took that to mean, because I also took note of that portion of it, I kind of took that to mean, like, are you going to do whatever it takes, including, like, cheating?
Right.
Basically. To win.
Thank you for
Sorry,
Sophie.
you can hear my stomach.
No.
Okay. So that's kind of what I took it as, but I mean, you could be right. Although, like, what is he going to do? Say yes and this match is canceled? Like,
No. I think it'll be within the parameters of the match or what happens after.
Oh, Taekwon's getting real with us. Let's read it. I'm going to be real. Cena's lack of appearances affected this build, and they haven't fully explained why The Rock is even relevant to this. Plus, Cena feels like he's playing a heel rather than being a heel. I don't know. It's decent. Cena is my pick. Very
I can appreciate that.
I can appreciate that take. I mean, yeah, he's been here. John Cena's
He's made a few appearances.
popping up. But I kind of agree with you. It just kind of feels like...
And I'm of the mind that I'm excited for WrestleMania because it is WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Last year, we were in a very, very rare situation that was like, you know, stuff, storylines, but also things that were happening in real life that bled over into storylines that they just made lemonade out of. So like, those kind of builds aren't always going to happen, and the hype won't always necessarily be for that. And ultimately what you're left with is, hopefully, best case scenario, we have a good show. And that's kind of how I'm approaching this year's WrestleMania, because I agree, like, Logan Paul and AJ Styles, Logan Paul wasn't there. John Cena and Cody Rhodes, John Cena was there more than Logan Paul was. But, you know, Cody Rhodes was doing a lot of the heavy lifting. The recaps of what was happening was doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
You know, then you have the Naomi and Jade matches that have had a good build. You've had the women's triple threat, which I think have had a good build. So it's like, yeah, a lot of the storyline stuff for this particular WrestleMania has been a little, you know, you take it or you leave it, right? But I agree. Yeah, I agree with what you said right here, Taekwon. I think the talent is, like, the matches we have lined up. Yeah, I don't think we're in for a bad show.
Yeah. Maybe just like an underdeveloped.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it could have been.
Right. So, you know, it is what it is. I think a lot of those questions, weirdly enough, will be answered, or maybe not, who knows. Today. Probably after Sunday. I think John Cena's winning.
I've always said that Cody Rhodes operates best as an underdog, as someone chasing something. I think that, listen, part the curtain. We joke that we hate Cody Rhodes. We don't.
Canonically, kayfabe.
Yeah, our characters hate Cody Rhodes. But I think that's where he shines. And I feel like him being champion has been like good and dandy, like fine. People have loved it.
He's had some fantastic matches.
Yeah,
his work with AJ Styles, his fucking brutal match with KO, that ladder match. So great. Like, yeah. I'm not mad at it.
I think if he is back in the position where he's fighting for something again, I think that can only be more Cody Rhodes of Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? He can't be at this level the entire time. He can't
save the WWE. Come on, that's a Cody Rhodes story writing itself.
Yeah. So because of all that, I think it is entirely possible that John Cena wins. I can see it in my head. The end of WrestleMania Sunday, John Cena with the belt in his hand and The Rock right next to him, like pointing at him or something. Right. Like I can see it in my head, and they do like dastardly stuff in the future. But this is one of those ones where I'm like, this could truly go either way, and the storyline makes sense either way. Or it will. Like they'll make it make sense no matter which way this goes. So,
and like,
what a huge WrestleMania moment it would be if Cody Rhodes lost.
And like I don't mean to make this comparison, but I feel like this has while the story's not as developed as the one I'm going to reference, this is kind of like how The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18. Like, this could be that. And maybe it could have been. Maybe it's too late. Maybe the story's not as developed. Because that was like the NWO, like, infiltrating the WWE and, like, you know, whatever. But, like, you essentially have the guy then versus the guy now. And that's kind of what we have now. So, like, I'm really hoping that they're both incredible performers. So, like, I think the story they're going to tell in the ring is going to be what's lasting from, like, that's going to be the thing people are going to talk about.
Yeah.
So
I think we're in for a good match.
I think we're in for a good match. I'm going John Cena, and maybe it's just wishful thinking, but
I'll go. You know what? I'll go John Cena too. Me and you and me, both of us together.
That's right.
We're roommates. Actually.
Yeah.
Platonic.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, guys. Oh, excuse me. Guys, we got to get the hell out of here, actually. John's turning weird. It's time to go.
I have to go to rehearsal.
He has to go to rehearsal in 1 minute. He's got to start driving. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and for giving us your predictions and chatting with us. It was so much fun. Like John mentioned at the beginning, we do these every PLE.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be one tomorrow morning. We covered both days in today's video. So,
however, if you missed the first part or you're coming in right now at the tail end, we are going to be uploading this to our YouTube channel. So go ahead, make sure you click the link in our bio and go subscribe over there. That way you can catch all the things we do. We upload it pretty quickly right after. So, you know, in case you miss anything you want to catch up on or hear our thoughts on or see what Taekwon's been saying.
Taekwon's commentary is actually in the YouTube video for you guys.
We don't take it out. We let him live with it.
We should take it out actually, but we don't.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
we'll see. Maybe once we can hire Ivan Ooze, like from Power Rangers.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, bud. Anyway. So yeah, make sure you're following us on all platforms. That way you can catch up, keep caught up with whatever it is we got going on. New episodes of Ringside coming out soon. And yeah.
I think that's everything.
All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.
Peace.